Hi guys, so I'm in Cyprus and sorry I haven't posted an update in such a long time. It's been about 5-6 weeks since my last video. I've actually been here for 3 weeks. I did make a video on my GoPro before I left, but I forgot to bring it. So that video is probably never going to get seen, but it was basically expressing a serious crash I had just before I came. And in my last video I posted about how I was feeling kind of good and I was a little bit worried that I'd have a dip, and I did. I got really bad and I couldn't really stand without the room just spinning, and I was just getting my mum to bring me my meals again. It was awful, and I was hoping it would pass, and luckily it did. Pretty much the day that I had to get on a plane and come here. I came here in a wheelchair. Like I said, I've been here 3 weeks now. It's probably been about 5 weeks since my last video, so a lot has changed, a lot has happened since then. I've definitely had some improvement while I've been here. I'm now 3 weeks into treatment. I'm actually going to be staying for another week on top of the planned 4 weeks that I came out here for. So I've had daily IV ozone. It's been a few days where I've doubled up. I've had 2 lots. You have to have 5 hours in between, so have it in the morning. Every morning around, you'll have to forgive the traffic, but I'm trying to make the most of the vitamin D. I'm just in the shade at the moment. So every morning I have daily IV of ozone, which is I think 450 microns, whatever. Anyway, I have that in the morning at about 9 o'clock, a little bit earlier, and I've been doubling up because the doctor who does the IV, her mother's been very sick, so she's had to fly to another country and check that she's okay. So she's going to be away for 5 days, but we'll still continue the other ozone treatments at the other clinic, which is anal insufflations. Very fun. But that is basically putting ozone pretty much in my colon to really, get a good dose of ozone that way. I've been doing enemas, which I've actually found really helpful. They definitely give me a little bit more energy after, and once I've done them, it really feels like I'm purging a lot of toxins out of me. So that's something that I'll definitely continue when I get home. Enemas have been great for me. Not very nice to do, but definite improvement after an enema. So I'll just go through some of my symptoms. So last weekend I did have a crash here. I was bedridden again, and that was quite upsetting because I'd had some improvement. People kept saying how well I looked. I realised I need a haircut. And I haven't had a shower today, so I need to go do that very soon. We're going out for lunch today also. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. So I'll go through my symptoms. When I came here, I was a wreck. I pretty much just got myself into my wheelchair and I let my dad do the rest just to get me here. I didn't care what it took. And I didn't really care if it killed me. I was just like, yeah, just get me there, because at home I was just continuing to get sick no matter what I was really doing. So I managed to get here, and I'm proud of myself for doing that. I practice gratitude a lot for the things that I've managed to do, and the people that have helped me get here as well. So I got here, I've spent 3 weeks doing the treatments as I said, and I've definitely had some improvement. Very slowly, there's been ups and downs, but I have had improvement. So my brain is definitely able to converse a lot better. That might be apparent just in this video. I do feel like I can talk about a subject much better. Like, I still have what feels like a barrier of fog in front of me and around my brain. Still feels like I'm in a dream, but this is more of an alert dream. 6 weeks ago, my mum, she'd be talking to me, and all I see is a face with a hole moving, and I'm trying to work out what this human is saying, and it's it is soul destroying when you're going through that, because fuck, you just want to know what's, you just want everything to switch back on, and you're doing everything right. You've cut out all the shit out of your diet. You've cut out smoking and drinking and wheat and gluten and dairy and meat and everything, and nothing works. And it's very, very hard to figure out exactly what's going on. But I think the principles are, as long as you clean the body out, the body will do the rest. You just got to make sure that you're getting good sleep and healing and stuff. I'm sorry if this video is a bit jumpy with information. I'm not really sticking to the point of one defined thing. I still have a lot of, sort of brain fog, and I'm just trying to get some information out there about how I'm getting on to the guys that do watch me. And I do appreciate, even though my following isn't big, it means a lot to me, just some of the comments that some of you put, because I want people to watch my journey from my real bottom to when I get to the top. And that's something that I've done. When I got sick, I started watching other people's videos. I didn't know what to do. I was reading stuff, and I'd given up on doctors, and no one was telling me anything. So I just started watching other people's experiences, and it gives you hope, and you learn different things, and you get new resources to look into, and new ideas and things that could be, And eventually, after trial and error, you sort of start to figure out what could be wrong with you, or at least what you got to do. And I think I'm on that path now, or more on it. I'm sure I'll meet some more roadblocks, but I'll overcome them, as I have so far. And yeah, just thanks everyone for just supporting me and just watching me go through this journey, so I feel less alone. Because, like I've said in the previous videos, you've got your friends who ask how you are, but it's the people who I've actually met through this journey that sort of give me the most encouragement, because they know what it's like. They've actually felt this sort of brain stuff, and being so weak that you can't even lift your head up to look at your mum, your own mother, and it's or talk to your parents. You can't even reply. You'll get asked a question, and all you can do is just lay there and just wish that you could open your mouth, but you're just so weak. It's just, there's so many people going through this, man. It's not just me. I don't want to draw attention to myself. I want to draw attention to, there's not enough for people out there, and we've got to stop relying on Western medicine to fix us, because it's not working, and it's just making people sicker. It's just insane. But anyway, this is just a quick update. I've already gone on for 8 minutes. I always say I'm wrapping up, but I'll go on for another 5. So I don't think there's much more I need to put in this video other than I am feeling better. I'm not feeling 100%, no way. I'm probably about 60. But to go from feeling 10 to 60 in 3 weeks, I've been in tears, because it's just emotional. I'm so grateful. And yeah, I just got to make sure that I do every bit of work I can when I get home, keep my discipline to make sure that I stay on track. At home, I got rid of my TV in my room, and I replaced it with a food processor, a blender and a juicer. I don't want any distraction from, this is my full-time job. I'm getting better, and this is what I'll do till I do. There's a guy on here on YouTube called, his channel's Health Recovery, and one thing he says, is that he'll look at something and he'll ask himself a question, or when he was ill, he's better now, but he still has to moderate himself and look after himself like we all should and do. But he would look at something he was doing and he'd ask himself the question, okay, is this actually going to help me get better? And if the answer is no, then get rid of it. Get rid of it. You've got to discipline yourself. And I'm trying to practice as much as I can what I preach. And making sure I do, because it is making the difference. I feel better. I'm not as bad as I was. Today, I'm probably going to go out for lunch. I've been invited to go for lunch. It's one of the other patients here. Birthday. She's 78 tomorrow. An absolutely wonderful character, and I feel blessed to actually be here with her while we're both going through our own journeys. And at 78, she has so much life in her. I am constantly laughing around her. She is an absolute character. And it's her birthday tomorrow, so we're all going to go out for lunch today. And this will be the first time I've gone out for a meal or any sort of occasion in what must be 7 months. So I'm a little bit anxious, but I'm going to see how I'll go and just get through it. And afterwards I'll come home and I can have a nap and I can have a little sleep and see how I feel. It might make me feel a little bit disorientated or out of it, I'm sure it will. But I'm going to prove to myself how far I've come today and go and do that. So yeah, I'm going to sit out here in the sun for another hour and then put some clothes on and we'll be going. So I'll jump in the shower quickly first. Got to look presentable. I had a little shave yesterday. My beard was actually getting a bit crazy. I'm sure, like, if you watch my first videos, you'll see how much my hair has just gone a bit wild. Because my mum, who's a hairdresser, will ask me, "Do you want to come have your hair cut? It might make you feel better." But if you understand how sick we are, a haircut is not going to make you feel better. It doesn't matter what you do. It's like when people say, "Go on, get in the shower, it'll make you feel better." It doesn't. If anything, it makes you feel worse because you've just stood up for 10 minutes and then you're floored. So anyway, I wrap this up. I'm going well, and I expect that I'll have some more ups and downs, but my ups and downs are becoming more manageable, and I'll keep going through the treatment. I've got another 2 weeks here, and then it's homeward bound, and it's everything that I have to do following that. So yep, I'll update you again in perhaps another week, because I'll start my IV treatments again next Friday. I'm actually looking forward to that. I enjoy getting the treatment. It's not particularly fun, but it just feels good that you're really doing something to sort your body out inside. So yeah, a 5-day break, although we'll still be doing the colon stuff and the enemas, and hyperbaric as well, which I always have a sleep in the chamber. So I'll still be doing treatments, but back on the IV ozone next Friday, and then I have another, let's see, let's just look at my calendar. I'm having a loading issue now. Doesn't want to load. My laptop seems to be going a little bit crazy. So before this video errors, I think my frame rate's gone as well. Before this video messes up, I'm going to go, and I'll speak to you soon. I would really wish that you're all feeling as well as you can be, and I will speak to you soon. Okay, bye.